that. And some people are preferring books from relatives. You are restricted to go to that bookshop and all that. Books have not arrived from the printing facilities, and but these people have started selling dongles because there is a demand. The people who were already into mobile phones repairing, they are actually absolutely doing very good, because earlier they, in lockdown, they suffered like anything, but now they are absolutely, because data, that is what people need. Yeah, internet connection, that is what people need, and dongle, because in a home of 3 people or 4 people, you require at least 5 GB data per day now. Yeah, so you require dongle, you require 2 SIM cards. That's how it's happening. Yeah, so there is another example of opportunity, but this is a commercial business example. Earlier, which I spoke, is more entrepreneurial. Let us look at more innovative and more entrepreneurial solution. Yeah, let me show you something. Yeah. I'm just giving you time to think. Yeah. Of course, we are not going too much interactive. We are not allowing you to talk. Just try noting down what you can come up with. Already, a lot of people have come up with a lot of solutions. You must be aware. So there is a situation we can't touch. Opening door, closing door, apartment, lift to office. We can't afford risky touch nowadays. Kids at home, senior citizens at home. So what's possible? Is there an opportunity? Yes. How can we provide something which can avoid touch, which people don't want to touch, the door knobs and handles? And there are people who have come up with door pushers, which you can push by your shoe. That is there, but that's lowest level, I will say, lowest level. Still, what I am going to show is also not that high level. Constants, how many times people would sanitize hands? So sanitizer is not the opportunity, guys. Yeah, it is required, but it's not an opportunity. So opportunity is something like door pusher, a small fabricator shop I've seen very closely here in Pune, which was closed for two months. And now suddenly they are getting B2B order, bulk orders to just fabricate door pushers. Nothing, you just require steel and some fabrication work. Big opportunity, but that person should be open to that thought. He should do some design modifications, some variety, because what Infosys will require door pushers, or a software company, and what a manufacturing plant will get, they will require size and shape and color. That is where entrepreneurial mindset or that person's openness would come in picture. He should be open to listen, open to learn, open to apply the thoughts. Otherwise, somebody will say, "Oh, how can I approach this such big company? I'm just selling the gates here, and I'm closed. Nobody is buying because real estate is gone." Somebody will cry like this, and he will close the business. But there is an opportunity. Oh, I have the capability. So this is where, at the lowest level, people should start thinking of your capability at personal level, or if you have an infrastructure capability of you and that infrastructure. Yeah, that is where opportunity can be converted into a solution. And this is where I came across an innovator from Bennett University, where one of my mentor is teaching. And this student called Zaid came up with something called a safe key, which I'm using. This is an actual photo. I kept it on my table and took a picture. Yeah, today morning only. This is safe key, which the knob side here, you can use it to push. Yeah, sorry, to push the doors. The hook you can actually to pull. You can use it. ATMs you can use when you're paying at petrol pumps. You can use to punch the numbers, your password, many places. But it's not about the design of the key only. There are a lot of people who are trying to sell such products on Amazon, plastic made. Even I heard Dr. Reddy's is coming up with something called polycarbonate or plastic, and there are a few more innovators coming up. But it's not only about the shape. So multiple opportunities are there, because brass itself having microbiological characteristics that virus doesn't survive here more than 4 hours. And that is the research paper that innovator shared with me, says, whereas plastic and steel, it is for more than 2 days. Yeah, and brass is antibacterial, of course, but antiviral, not that much, but at 4 hours. So that touch point, you should not touch. This handle you can actually handle, and you can keep this, you can hang it to the belt. Also, this can be used to get vegetables. If you come down of your apartment, you can buy vegetables, have that bag carried like this. So one of my student, he is manufacturing, actually he has done pilot now. Yesterday we had a call. He's out of 3D printer. He's manufacturing biodegradable plastic safe hooks and safe keys now. Little different shape than this. But I thought I should just show you what an entrepreneurial mindset is, and that is what people are trying to pursue. Some people have bought this in bulk and they're trading that in Amazon. That's a commercial only business mindset. I will not say that that is not entrepreneurial, but this is pure entrepreneurship. Yeah. We have time. So coming to COVID-19, yeah, I think many people must have spoken about it. So I'm just trying to show on this slide is that COVID-19 also gives you bulk opportunities. You can think of products, you can think of services, cure and prevention. Now coexist. Earlier it was only prevention, then cure. Now it is coexist, which will be for a longer period in country like India. We are going to coexist with Corona for a longer period. Then emergency services. Yeah, some IITians, I think they started a social IIT Bombay students. They started a social venture, not complete commercial. They are trying to provide ambulance to people who are within 1 hour or who are not getting ambulance. It's a typical, very what you can say, troublesome situation in Bombay because of geography and traffic issues. Then you can enter into necessities like we spoke, medicine and grocery. You can enter into technologies like the app which government is promoting, Arogya Setu. It's not thought by government or some IS officers. Of course, there is a team of government, but this again, they had innovation challenges run through Startup India and Invest India forums where websites are there. Please go through. I think more than 15 innovation hackathons on COVID-19 were already run by Invest India and Startup India, and even Department of Science and Technology is running another separate wing of hackathons for researchers, academicians, and students of engineering colleges. So please go through all those websites. I repeat, Invest India, Agni Initiative, Startup India, and then Department of Science and Technology, which is typically Ministry of Electronics and Communication, where you can find DST. Yeah. So these are the things which people can use for brainstorming, finding out situation, problem, opportunity, and solution. So what is the role for students or youngsters today is that observe the situation, study that situation as an innovator. Yeah. Then identify the problems, prove or convince yourself and convince the stakeholders that there is a problem. Yeah. Under COVID-19 like situation, it was very easy to get the problems or understand the problems, but sometimes it's tough. Identify and prove the problem, narrow down to the opportunity, and then convert this opportunity into a solution and then commercially viable solution. For example, schools in India had dropout ratio, and beyond third and fourth standard, not many children were able to come to schools. Typically in cities also dropout is very high, and because of people from lower socioeconomic strata will drop out first, and in villages dropout ratio is very high. So government started centrally, and all the state governments started distributing some food, and they distribute rice, or they actually cook and offer something like khichdi or boiled rice, dal in the school. That is because to increase the percentage, because already the people are poor, there is no food at home, and how to send the child. So at least the child will get one time food, or he will bring the rice at home. That's is the motivation for the parents who are like laborers or working, not working. They'll send the kid, and there were hygiene issues, and there were so many issues. There was corruption by government, schools, teachers, like that. Not every player, not every it went well, but there were these small issues. So there is one big issue which government tried solving. Somebody suggested, expert suggested, and there were so many other issues. Then I was evaluating one B-plan competition somewhere. So this is not my thought again. Somewhere I saw that, and it is interesting. A group of students presented this kind of data, and then they came up with a nutritious bar, which includes right from flax seeds to all nutrients one should get, like jaggery, peanuts, and kind of things. What you can say, oats, and which has some test also. And they were able to get this NutriBar somewhere around at cost of 7 rupees. And they said, they did the pilot, they said, we are going to sell this at 10 rupees to schools. Now think, why I'm telling this, because instead of innovating something, so innovation, people are afraid of innovation. People, something which is very radical, which is very disruptive. No, can you come up with a solution which uh, is applicable for masses? Like, look at our population, 130 million. Can you, if you take 10%, if you take 10% of 10% also, can you come up with something which is applicable to only 1.3 crore people, and which is required weekly, which is required monthly, or which is required daily, or make 10% of it? Can we come up with something that there is a problem for this, let's say 1.3 million, let's say 10% of it, 13 lakh people in your state, and there is a problem and they require a solution, and you are selling a solution with only 1 rupee profit, with only 1 rupee profit, and suppose they require this weekly, not even daily, 13 lakh rupees weekly. That is the profit you are going to pay. And this is what is the case with these NutriBars. If they tie up with 50 schools in one city, every school is having, suppose, say 100 students, 50 into 100, 5,000 into 3 rupees, 15,000 rupees per day for 50 schools, and they can scale this up. Yeah. Let me give you another example, which is not here on the screen. Because of scarcity of time, I could not show you. But I came across an innovator while I was searching some information, and then there was a panel discussion on innovations in technology. That one young boy innovated a fast tag kind of sticker. When you are traveling by air, basically you have to wait for your bag at the belt, where your luggage is carried separately and only cabin luggage is with you. And this boy was waiting at the belt with his grandfather, and his grandfather was searching for place to sit, and they were waiting for a very long time. And this problem, he started thinking of this problem situation. He identified the problem, and then he came up with a solution. Can there be something electronic tag, which when your bag comes on the belt, you get a message or alert on your mobile phone? And he developed this. Now he has developed this. Now, how to make this commercially viable? He found out solution. You cannot carry this solution. Airlines won't allow you, okay, to stick something to your bag which is electronic in nature, because those kind of things are not allowed. Yeah, and so, and how you can have that message in your mobile? So you need that software. He got this built, and whom to sell? When he found a customer, he, through investors, he pitched these two airlines, and Etihad Airways is buying this. So he's manufacturing it from third party, and Etihad Airways is buying those tags, which they are paying him only 50 paisa, zero point 0.5 Indian rupees per tag, where number of travelers on Etihad Airways across globe per day are 12 lakhs. Into 50 paisa, 12 lakh into 0.5 rupees is 6 lakh rupees per day is the profit for that young boy. So can we come up with something which is applicable for masses? There are so many problems around us. Can we solve these problems with a simple solution? So simplicity is the key there. And for that simple value proposition solution, this is the journey which one should pursue. And then normally in entrepreneurship, mentoring, people talk about idea to POC journey. That is, once you get an idea or solution, to proof of concept, which is normally done through business model canvas, which I'm going to discuss a little. But I thought, what is before idea? So problem to idea, problem, situation, problem, opportunity, and solution. This was the thought. And let's look at how you can actually reach to POC. And that can be discussed with something which I'm a big fan of, business model canvas, which comes from a person called Alexander Osterwalder, who has introduced a 9-point business model canvas. I have, all of you are able to see the screen. If you're on laptops, even on mobile phone, you should be able to see. I'm not going to discuss all the 9 points, but let this canvas be on screen for a couple of seconds, and then Let us start going ahead. So at the center of the canvas, there is something called value proposition, which is the heart of this canvas. This is what I advocate personally, that through your journey of situation, problem, opportunity, solution, this is the solution, value proposition. What is something new that you're offering to the people who are facing that problem? And that value proposition should talk itself, that people are ready to pay. Maybe that 7 rupees, 10 rupees, or it might be something like that. Safe key is at 350 rupees, or now people are selling at more price also. So that is value proposition. You should have identified customer market. That is the ninth point here, customer segment. And then rest of the points will come in picture. Let's go ahead with the business model canvas, not in detail, but just an introduction. What is business model? Or when people talk about those big words of business model, innovation, some of the speakers would have spoken or they will speak. Who is, there are four elements of this business model. Who means customer? Who is your target customer? Value is a product. Okay, let's go up, let's go top. What is the product? That is what you are trying to offer to them. What is your solution, which is solving whose problem? That is customer's problem. Value is what is the something new or value proposition of your product or service which you are trying to offer. Like say people are at home, apartments, and all the people are not allowed to go out. People are afraid of touch infection, and you are offering a package of vegetables, 170 rupees, doorstep, with some cardboard box which doesn't carry virus for a long time, and people can just spray infect, and then you are separating and giving it them. People would be happy because you have to survive. They also have to survive. They need vegetables, and that's how people, instead of going to a vegetable vendor, following social distance in a long queue, if you offer this doorstep, that's something value. So what is vegetable, but how, that is important. So the way their business order innovation comes in picture, where you have to look at these four elements and you have to innovate in these four elements. How is that? How you're going to offer that? How you're going to offer your value proposition? Is there collaboration? Is there a technology of what you can say usage, or is there some other process innovation involved into it? So these four are elements of your business model innovation. Same thing again, I continue with value proposition. It can be quantitative, it can be qualitative. Quantitative, you can have focus on pricing, efficiency of the product, delivery, quick. Qualitative, focus on experience, customer experience, product usage, you can say durability kind of things. Yeah. Uh, the important point here is to understand what is job to be done. What is that people want to get rid of? What is the problem people are trying to solve? Address that problem. That is called as a new model is introduced there by Harvard Business School, and the guru of innovation, Mr. Clayton Christensen. Unfortunately, is not with us now. So somewhere you can Google job to be done model, which is the contemporary innovation. I think Dr. Chinchure would have spoken about that. Yeah. So it's not about what you are trying to provide, what you want to push. It's about what customer exactly is looking for. And if you provide that, like think of traffic vada pav. It's not about selling vada pav. It's how you are selling, where, yeah, and overall the package, box, water, tissue, hygiene. Yeah. So that is value proposition. You can generate revenue by many streams. Nowadays, people are aware because of so many business models are around us on Google, Amazon, Uber. You can sell products. Asset means products, machinery sale, equipment sale. Pay-per-use model, like you get Amazon Cloud on pay-per-use model. Pay as service, like telecom service is also pay-per-use model. Licensing, typical licensing softwares, technology. You can develop technology and license that technology to someone, and you can charge them for using that particular technology. Subscription models are there, like Zoom car subscription is there, or you subscribe to some services or online services. Rent share lease model, like Zoom car is also rent share lease. Uber is into that. Aggregation plus rent share lease. Advertising, you can have an app which is informative, which people use a lot. Okay, don't come up with say there are more than 10 lakh apps where more than 9.9 lakhs or 9.99 lakhs are not earning anything through advertisement. Only very few are able to earn. Yeah, because people should come and download that app. Then only you can earn through those advertisements, and then only the people will give you advertisements. The other thing is brokerage. So you can actually brokerage. So what Book My Show does is a pure brokerage. What Zomato does is a pure brokerage. Yeah. And these businesses are struggling nowadays, but it's not permanent. Yeah. Situation will be overcome by us. What you see on left hand side of business model canvas is key partners, key activities, and key resources. Yeah, and that is where is these three. So to bring that value proposition, what will be the resources required? So I need to manufacture that product. What raw material, what resources, what machinery, what processes, then what activities to be carried out. Those are the processes: manufacturing process, order taking process, delivery process. And for both of these, will I need some collaborations, key partners, vendors, or somebody who is already doing it? I'll just outsource that particular part of it, manufacturing, like that brass key. Somebody is already having a brass factory and he's just getting the brass key manufactured there. He just shared the design and filed for a design patent and filed for a what you can say confidentiality agreement, and then somebody is manufacturing that. So that is key partner. In delivery, you can have a key partner again, like Amazon or something like delivery like that. So left hand side, it talks about your efforts, energy. Your efforts, energy goes in this key resources, activities, and partners, and this requires money. All these requires money, and that's where at the bottom of business model canvas you see a cost structure. Yeah. So this is in short about business model canvas. I'll just go back to business model canvas. So you can see key partners, key activities, key resources. We have spoken about value proposition. Channel, I don't have a slide, but I can tell you the channel is the medium you're trying to serve your customer or reach your customers. Like direct channel is there, or like multi-level marketing, like Amway kind of thing channel, or you are just selling online on somebody's website, like you are selling only through Amazon or only through Flipkart, like that, direct physical channel. Or something like cloud kitchen, that you don't have a restaurant or place to come and sit and fine dine, but you have a kitchen which is called as cloud kitchen nowadays, and then you are serving through Zomato. So that's a channel, cloud kitchen. Yeah. So this is the short, you can say, discussion on business model canvas. And here I stopped my presentation on something beyond business model canvas or something beyond idea to POC. I went back from idea to situation. And I reiterate, it's a journey which starts from situation, observing and studying the situation, identify the problem, identify the opportunity, find out solution, validate the solution, and then you can actually work on business model canvas, where you can check the feasibility of your solution, and then you can come up with a full-fledged business plan. In short, this is what I wanted to contribute. I thank the organizers for this wonderful opportunity that I am able to talk to almost 200, so including me it is 201. So that is 200 participants in Andhra Pradesh, especially in Visakhapatnam area, which is too far from my place. Yeah, even by flight it takes 2 flights. We have to change at Chennai or Hyderabad. And thank you so much, and I'm open for question. Coordinators can tell me, like, if people can speak about questions, or they can ask their questions directly. Yes, Mr. Narendra, over to you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Now we have the questionnaire session.
Yes.
Dear participants, we are now open for questions. Please post your questions in the chat box. Thank you.
Chat box, I have to see. I'll stop sharing so that it be easy for me to see. What are the most effective instruments for activating innovation and entrepreneurship of economic process? I'm unable to understand the question. Economic process. Sir, most effective instrument, Mr. Srinivas Kumar, is you should have very strong observation. So we call it something called as observance. You have to observe the situation, identify the problems, prove that there is a problem, and then you have to start working on solutions. That is what journey I spoke about. But I did not understand how you are linking it to economic processes. Effective instruments for activating innovation and entrepreneurship economic process. Yeah. Any other question? What is the chance for development of digital content for engineering stream like Byju's app? Huge opportunity, but again, it should not become me too. You have to find out niche gap. What exactly students require? What exactly students? So is it something that students just want to pass Or is it something that students want to learn in detail and appear for some competitive exams in engineering? So to look at the niche and you can come up with a solution. Should it be mobile friendly, because most of the students would be having now laptop, or is it laptop based or mobile, to look at. So there is an opportunity. It's not that Byju's is the end. That we were thinking when MakeMyTrip came, it was the end. Then TripAdvisor came. Then we thought, okay, MakeMyTrip, then you have reviews, TripAdvisor. But after having all these things, TripAdvisor, Holiday, Trivago came, and people are using Trivago also. So there is always an opportunity. You should think what exactly students will require for engineering schools. Yeah. Let me read. Any literature recommendation regarding the efficacy of young entrepreneur education programs? Yeah, you should read something like regarding the efficacy of young entrepreneurs. Yeah, you should read when you say efficacy. I think you should read something on what the book on entrepreneurship by Hissrich Peter, who is maybe we say one of the most popular author on entrepreneurship. You should actually read stories of success where it talks like Your Story Media is the best, yourstory.com, which talks about stories of entrepreneurs. You can read some books like Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish by Rashmi Bansal kind of books. Yeah. How can we innovate our ideas? Same thing we spoke, Miss Divanshi. How can we innovate our idea? You have to means this can be, of course, you can be trained, but just a glimpse of it, which I was talking. You have to be observant. You should start understanding the situation, problems, and start discussing multiple opportunity. Go for brainstorming. Discuss your ideas openly. If you close your idea here, it will get killed here. Yeah, you have to discuss ideas openly, criticize, and then you will be able to practice. Nobody copies your idea. Believe me, that's the first principle in entrepreneurship. There are some students who have different ideas, startup, they don't have the investment. Investment is the last. If you come up with safe key kind of thing, if you come design and people see opportunity, viable opportunity, you have to go to the bank, you have to go to some investor. Seed funding normally comes from family, friends, and relatives. Yeah, and then you can go. So investment is never a problem if you come up with the right solution, right value proposition, which is solving a problem. Believe me. Feasibility of ideas, basically business model canvas is the best tool. You have to start, you have to take, once if you have the solution ready, take a A3 size drawing sheet, a big drawing sheet, where you can have 9 points, and start writing each and everything. What activities you have to narrate each and every activity in detail. And while noting down that, sometimes when I tell this to students, they take 15 days to come up with business model canvas in a hard copy or just to present, because it takes time. You have to think who will be the key partners. You have to go research what activities will be required. So it's not only a half an hour task. So business model canvas is the tool which is good for feasibility study. How can teaching entrepreneurship innovation be developed at universities? You have to promote entrepreneurial culture in universities by starting not only a subject of entrepreneurship. There should be a student driven e-cell, entrepreneurship cell, which conducts not only events, but they typically do something which is very meaningful for students. They do some experiential learning activities. You should have entrepreneurship management subject in early semesters, and all other subjects should be taught in such a way that at least one activity you can integrate one element of assessment for a subject, where you can ask students to do something very new, where faculty should also pursue that. Faculty, that freedom should also come from faculty members. That's something new. Otherwise students will say, we never saw our faculty members doing something new, and they're expecting us to do something new. This fellow comes in the same dress, teaches the same PowerPoint, and he is expecting us to do something new. How they will do? So faculty also has to come up with innovative ideas of evaluation, assessment, experiential learning. You can give 500 rupees to students and find out problems around in the vicinity, come up with a commercially viable solution, and get back the 500 rupees after 7 days. Like that. One of my colleague does that. We do that at Narendra, but it's students' investment there. There is a limit. Yeah, so I can't answer all the questions because it's going very fast. Yeah, initial investment, you should get incubated at some incubator. If you have a good idea, start talking your idea, present that. There are so many opportunities online available. You can search for incubators in the local vicinity. You can go to nearest incubation facility and you can talk about your idea. You can present. Most of the universities are supporting that. how MSME help innovators and entrepreneurs. There are a lot of schemes. You can go to the website. There are like mostly these schemes come through not only MSME but Narendra Rahul. Mr. Narendra Rahul knows there is National Institute of Medium Small and Enterprises at Hyderabad, NIMSME. There are a lot of schemes for agriculture and food sectors. Yeah. Even if you go to MSME, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship website, there are a lot of schemes which are for entrepreneurs where you can actually submit your ideas get evaluated. Yeah. And there are a lot of hackathons government is running. Basically, government also runs hackathons on behalf of some private companies where they actually fund the ideas, good ideas. Yeah, that is where. But the best way is to approach one of the incubator or nearest incubator, SCEI, Symbiosis Center of Entrepreneurship Innovation. We are into virtual incubation. So nowadays, the concept of incubation is changing. I don't call it incubator because earlier 20 years back, that infrastructure, office space, computer, telephone, table, it was required for people because it was not easily available. Now everything is available. What you require is mostly internet, good resources, good mentoring. So we are actually doing virtual incubation and we are open for submitting. So when Mr. Narendra Rahul was sharing the website, on the website there is apply now option. You can apply and people can evaluate. The mentors there will evaluate your ideas. Yeah, who are helping us for evaluation. There is no best website. You have to keep searching. Somebody asking, is there in a best website? You have to learn. There is nothing ready-made available, sir. Do entrepreneurship courses create stable, positive attitudes toward becoming an entrepreneur? Of course, basically, teaching entrepreneurship or having entrepreneurial activities in institute is not for only coming up with startups or student startup. Overall, the student's personality gets groomed even if they go to corporates. Nowadays, corporates are also looking for innovative mindset, entrepreneurial mindset, where people can be agile, adaptable. They can come up with new ideas, new solutions, cost cuttings, modifying the products. And that actually enhances this kind of education, enhances what you can say, knowledge, skills, and abilities in all the areas. And it was proved in research that these people are welcomed by corporates or accepted by corporates more easily nowadays. Yeah. One question. Good evening, sir. Does POS solution properly support unified commerce? Yeah, I didn't get the question. Maybe you can email the question. I suggest organizers to maybe collect some questions, 5 to 10 questions, and I'll be happy to answer those emails. No issues at all. Yeah. Government gives support to MSMEs, but some problems are not completely solved. How to achieve that problems in present scenario? Any entrepreneurship on online courses? If you go to Coursera, Udemy kind of website, a lot of online courses. If you want to do something in online in entrepreneurship, please go for design thinking courses, which will help you to how to do customer journey mapping, identify problems, and come up with viable solutions or ideations like that. There are a lot of good design thinking courses available. Yeah, free courses are also available. There is a course on Coursera also. LinkedIn profile is available. Somebody is asking. You can search Yogesh Brahmankar. Yeah, you can see the poster again, which was promoted for this session, and same name you can type on LinkedIn. You can know more about me. You can approach me on LinkedIn. That's all, Mr. Narendra Rahul. I think we should stop here. I tried answering most of the questions, but I again suggest you can actually look at the chat box and 2-3 questions, if not answered, you can mail me and I will mail back to you, where you can actually group email to everyone. Yeah, that's all from my side.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights and enlightening us with your valuable experience by taking out time from your busy schedule. We wish this legacy and our journey in making India proud continues. Thank you once again for nurturing us, and for sure we'll implement what DMC is in our entrepreneurial journey, and also problem, opportunity, and solution, and POC methods in our entrepreneurial journey. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Actually, I'm very happy to see the chat box. Yes, people are so enthusiastic and people are so eager to learn.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful audience, and thanks to the organizers. Thank you very much, and I stop here.
For sure, we'll gather some questions and mail you, sir.
Thank you. Good luck. Take care of yourself.
Thank you, sir.